15 years in this neighborhood, and I had never seen anything like it. Ridgewood Estates wasn't fancy, but it was home, a tight-knit community with a park at its heart. Kids played there, veterans gathered, and retirees took their daily walks. Then the luxury development moved in next door, and with it came the HOA. At first, it was just whispers. Some of the new homeowners called our park an eyesore, saying it attracted the wrong kind of people. I ignored it, thinking it was just the usual snobbery. Then the official announcement arrived, a meeting to discuss the park's future. That's when I knew things were about to go south. I knocked on Tony's cafe door just as he was closing up. "Did you get this?" I asked, holding up the letter. He sighed. "Yeah, they're up to something." We both knew the answer. The meeting was held at the HOA's pristine clubhouse, polished and exclusive, like something out of a country club catalog. Inside, I felt like an outsider. The room split into two groups: new homeowners sipping bottled water and longtime residents like me, Tony, and Mary Ann, the retired journalist who always had a notepad in hand. Karen Wilson, the HOA president, stepped up to the podium, all blonde bob and floral blouse, her smile practiced, not friendly. "We're here to discuss a plan that will enhance our community," she said smoothly. Tony leaned over. "Enhance? That's code for takeover." Karen continued. "We've received numerous complaints about the park, concerns about safety, property values, and aesthetics. We're proposing a redevelopment plan to create an exclusive recreational space, a private club that better serves the community." The murmurs started immediately. "A private club?" someone scoffed. "You mean tearing down the park?" Karen's smile never wavered. "We conducted a survey among homeowners, and the majority support this plan." I stood. "What about the rest of us? The people who've lived here long before your HOA existed?" "Unfortunately, the park is on land that can be repurposed if deemed underutilized," Karen said sweetly. "According to legal reviews conducted by our attorney, the city has options to rezone the space." That's when it hit me. They weren't just taking the park, they were making it look legal. Rick, a veteran who had been silent until now, stepped forward. "This isn't about safety or aesthetics. You want to push us out for your overpriced housing project." Karen's smile faltered, just for a second. As the meeting ended, Tony shook his head. "They've already made up their minds. They just want it to look like they haven't." Mary Ann adjusted her glasses. "Then we fight back. Fast." By morning, we were organizing. Mary Ann dove into zoning laws. "The park was designated for public use 50 years ago," she reported. "They can rezone it, but they'll need a strong case." Rick took charge of proving the park was used daily. We documented everything: parents at the playground, retirees playing chess, joggers on the trails. Then the retaliation started. Tony's cafe got a surprise health inspection. "Can you believe that?" he fumed. 10 years with no issues, and suddenly I'm a hazard? Another neighbor received a letter about her overgrown lawn. She mowed it weekly. Mary Ann sighed. "They're targeting anyone who speaks out. They want to scare us into silence." But the final straw came when we caught them in the act. One night, Mary Ann and I saw flashlights flickering near the park. We snuck closer. 3 men were tipping trash cans, snapping branches, and spray painting walls. I pulled out my phone and hit record. "They're making it look like a problem," Mary Ann whispered. Then one of the men turned, and my stomach dropped. It was one of Karen's closest HOA allies. The next morning, the video was everywhere. "Caught red-handed. HOA linked to park vandalism." Local news picked it up. Residents, new and old, demanded answers. Karen scrambled, releasing a statement. The HOA does not condone illegal activity. But it was too late. City Hall was flooded with calls demanding the rezoning hearing be postponed for an investigation. But Karen wasn't done yet. Within hours, glossy flyers appeared in mailboxes, warning residents about activists spreading misinformation. Some newer homeowners hesitated, unsure who to believe. Tony, Mary Ann, Rick, and I gathered. "We need something stronger," Mary Ann said. "A legal angle they can't fight." Enter Dr. Ellis, a retired environmental scientist. After hours in the park, he grinned. "You might just have something here. A protected wetland species is growing on the lower edge. If confirmed, rezoning would be illegal." Then Karen struck again. "The HOA filed complaints against us, disrupting community harmony and coordinating misinformation." "They're desperate," Rick said. "They know they're losing." "Then we go all in," I said. Town hall meeting. Media. Make it impossible to ignore. The park was packed for the town hall. Dr. Ellis presented his findings. Rezoning would violate environmental protection laws. Rick spoke next. This park isn't just land. It's community. It's history. Karen's turn. She smiled, her voice calm. We're simply trying to improve the neighborhood. But this time, no one bought it. Then Marianne took the mic. Karen, would you like to explain these payments? She held up bank records. Proof the HOA was backed by a private developer eager to build condos. Gasps filled the room. Karen's face paled. The city council announced their decision. Rezoning denied. The park stays. The room erupted. Karen stormed out, defeated. The HOA was investigated. Karen resigned in disgrace. The park was officially designated a protected green space. We celebrated. Tony's cafe was packed. Marianne gave a victorious interview, and Rick leaned against the counter, smiling. We did it. But as I looked around, I couldn't shake the feeling. Karen wasn't the type to walk away without trying one last trick. For now, though, we had won. And that was worth celebrating.